Hey guys, we made it through another day and we made it through a week. As I make this live feed, we are on the verge of a long holiday weekend here in the United States of America. It's at the end of 2018, but you can watch this video at any time in your lifetime, and I believe it will apply. On the live check-in is Macca J. Hey, Macca J, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Love and respect, man. I appreciate everyone who comes in at night. Every day on this channel, I go live on YouTube. You can subscribe and be notified of such, and you can come in and you can leave a comment. I'll read it and talk about your life, that you hate life or that you love life, that you're happy or you're sad, or maybe a combination of things. Everyone's going through something in life. That's kind of, as I get older, what I realize is everyone is going through something. And most people are going through hardships, whether it's financially or whether it's emotionally. I think emotional and mental hardships affect the majority of people. Emotional and mental hardships. Queen, hey Queen, how are you? Good to see you. Day says you have to watch Cardi B money video later tonight. Maybe I will. I'm not a real big Cardi B fan. She doesn't really do it for me. I think she has talent, but not my style. I mean, a little bit. That's not my style. But I appreciate the suggestion. Maybe I'll check it out. And we go from there. What was I listening today on my evening walk on the beach? I was listening to some AZ and The Weeknd, older ones. But I've kind of listened to it a lot, so it really wasn't anything new that I was inspired with. But, I have to push myself to just stay active, because that tries to keep me encouraged. And Mackie J says, yeah, I'm going through a lot right now. And then he goes, she's a very pretty girl. Talking about Cardi B. Yeah, she's pretty. She's got a lot of plastic surgery, though, too. Just like, see Khloe Kardashian, ton of plastic surgery. She just posted some pics today. Kylie Jenner made a fortune off lip gloss, got lip injections. Their whole family has just been under the knife. Am I against plastic surgery? No, not per se. I mean, if you want to get it, there's nothing wrong with that. But all I'm trying to say is when you compare yourself to people who are in the industry, as far as whether it's Hollywood or entertainment industry, and you realize that most of them have gotten plastic surgery, most of them, they only share certain angles of their body and of their face, and many of them are young, you're going to be sad because you're going to have your insecurities kind of like on steroids. When you look at someone who is artificially pretty and who uses filters on a regular, you are going to be insecure about yourself because when you look at yourself, you don't look at yourself with filters. When you look at yourself, you look at your wide ass. You look at your one tit is bigger than the other. Your penis is too small. Your body's too wide. You look at your insecurities. And that's why many people are very happy to post, a filtered Snapchat or whatever, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I post certain filtered things to make it exciting, but I'm just trying to make the point that you have to be very conscious that you don't compare yourself to an artificial someone else. And comparison is the thief of joy. And during the holidays, it's said that this is a joyous time. Joy to the World is one song that is sung during the holidays. But in many instances, it actually is a more sad time than any time during the course of the year. Why? Because people are alone and they feel sadder about that. Most people are not in a healthy, thriving relationship. And if they are, they realize it's a lot of work and they have to put up the show because they don't want to just bail out in the relationship. They got too much at stake. They're in the middle of it with kids and everything else. Like I say, most people are suffering a hardship, and it's not financially, even though that's true too. Most of it's mental and emotional hardship. And being alone for the holidays, right now it's a Friday before a 4-day weekend for Christmas time or whatever you celebrate, and people are rushing to be around other people because they don't want to be alone. Is there something wrong with that? No. But why do I pick these topics to speak about, and how do I pick them? What affects my life? Speak about what you know. Speak about what you feel. Don't try to, I don't want to, do I want to talk about the government shutdown? Do I want to, I look at those things. I don't want to talk about any of that. I mean, to me, I think fighting the spirit of loneliness is one of your emotional battles that you will face throughout life, no matter what your age, and maybe even harder when you get older. But like I say, you better become best friends with yourself. And you should use other outlets such as social media and things like that to fulfill a level of connection, because I do think it's benefit to hear other people and to connect with them and to share like-minded people. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Shelly. I'm going to read all the live comments. Please read them. I just got to get this wave off my mind. But please leave the comments as you think of something. But what I found is there was a season of my life where I really wanted to be around other families, especially families that I considered like, good families. I wanted to be around lovers, people I was dating. I wanted to exchange gifts. I wanted the whole movie of, whether it's a Hallmark movie or a romantic comedy movie, of being together for the holidays instead of being alone for the holidays. And in visiting many different families' houses and many different cultures and many different ways different people celebrate the holidays, what I came to realize, it's all BS. There was nothing really different, even though that, yes, certain houses have different ways to celebrate the holidays. It was never really nothing magical. It wasn't. I would be lying to you. It didn't matter if I went to an Italian household, a Puerto Rican household, a single family household, a household with all the family members, even like the great-great-grandfathers, the grandkids. It didn't matter what the scenario. What I came to realize for me, maybe it's just me, is that I just would be looking out of my body, looking in at the environment and saying, this is all a bunch of BS. Just a bunch of people with ugly Christmas sweaters on, trying to be happy in life. Everyone's looking for happiness. Some people find happiness in cooking. There's many people that enjoy the holidays simply because they want to cook for their loved ones. Is there something wrong with that? No, but like I say, I believe, I did a live feed yesterday, I believe you should eat healthier than ever during the holidays. I believe most people are suffering a hardship emotionally, mentally, financially, and physically. So if I believe that, I believe that I got to keep doing me. I'm happy doing me, and I'm happy being alone. That was my final conclusion. After going to all the different types of households, all the different cultures, and then dating people and experiencing that, and it was all a bunch of nothing. It was all a bunch of unhappy people trying to be happy. And some of them maybe were happy. Again, I'm not speaking for them. I'm speaking for me. I make these videos based on how I feel, what I've been through in life. And I'm thankful for all the people that invited me to their, it's an honor. It's an honor for someone to invite you into their household. It is. And I don't take that lightly. So I have to put that in context when I'm sharing this. It's not that I'm forever grateful for every person that was ever kind to me, no matter what time it was in my life. But as I observed and as I think, what's worth it in life? How do I want to spend my holidays going forward in life? For me, I still prefer to be alone. I prefer this virtual connection that I found through YouTube and social media. I enjoy seeing my mom once in a while. I know she's getting older in life and that won't last forever, but I like to be able to be comfortable and just like I don't have to dress up. I don't have to, even though people say you can come to your house and you don't have to dress up. Am I really going to come to someone's house in shorts and a tank top? I could. There's something about me being by myself. I'm at my most comfortable level. And I did dress up very nice and I enjoyed it, to whether it's impress the girl I was with or impress her family. And let me tell you something right here. I want you to make a side note. If the person you're dating ever invites their ex to a holiday party, get out of that relationship. And bottom line is, even if you're not dating them, if anyone ever in my opinion, if anyone ever invites their ex to a holiday party, in my opinion, they just haven't moved on with their life. But it's not that it's wrong. This is my opinion again, right? So everyone has an opinion. But what I've found in life is they're your ex for a reason. And don't tell me we make better friends than lovers, because what lovers realize is you're friends and lovers. But this is my opinion. Again, I'm single person. So take it with a grain of salt. But, you left that state for a reason. I left New Jersey for a reason. Is New York magical in the wintertime? It can be if you take a picture and you filter it in front of Rockefeller Center. But let me tell you something. New York's a disaster in the winter. Fucking disaster. Excuse my language. Cold as hell. Streets are crowded, noisy, dirty. Total disaster. Broadway shows, disaster. You want to stand outside in the freezing cold? Guys trying to sell you a fake watch? Dirty ass hot dogs being sold? No, total disaster. Then you go into New Jersey. Roads are crowded. Starbucks, there's no outside eatery in New Jersey. None. You think you're going to be outside in Starbucks? Looking at your laptop with flip-flops on? No, it ain't going to happen. Not in New Jersey. You left for a reason. Now, you may have to go back for a reason. Maybe you got somebody up there you want to go see. I understand that. But this comes up every year. During the holidays I talked about last night, people start to indulge and wreck the progress they've made on their health. And then with emotions, last night we were talking about the physical well-being. Tonight we're talking about the emotional well-being of a person. Being alone is one of the biggest emotional battles in your life. Should you be alone? Not if you don't want to. But you shouldn't be with someone else just because you don't want to be alone. Because those are the saddest relationships. They're very disastrous. And for me, and then I'll wrap this up, we'll go to the live comments. For me, just in all the different settings, whether it was friend's house, whether it was lovers, whether it was ever, I remember having an out-of-body experience in whatever setting I was in and looking down at myself and saying, this doesn't do it for me. I prefer being alone. Is that odd? It is a little bit odd, I guess. Is it wrong if you want to be around people? No, that's not wrong. But are you happy? Are you at peace? And don't be peer pressured into being around other people just because a lot of people may tell you, you shouldn't be alone for the holidays. I had a couple girls tell me that. Total disaster. Girl been divorced twice telling me I shouldn't be alone for the holidays. Total disaster. But I appreciate the love. It was love. Be careful with peer pressure. Why did I start smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol? Peer pressure. And I love the people that even peer pressured me because they were good friends. They looked out for me in different ways. But peer pressure is the beginning of all bad decisions. If you're going to be around other people just because you're getting peer pressure from your friends, family, whatever, don't do it. Don't do it. Just like you shouldn't have smoked that cigarette that now you're having a tough time quitting. You coughed up a lung. Just like you shouldn't drink. Now you have to watch now you have to drink a beer just to watch TV at night, just to unwind. Now you're getting guilt trips from your family members. Guilt trip is a form of manipulation. A guilt trip is a form of manipulation. Anyone who guilt trips you, whether it's your mother, your aunt, your friend, or whatever, they're abusive. They're emotionally abusive. A guilt trip is a form of abuse. Manipulation is abuse. Emotional manipulation, it's abuse. People who aren't happy with themselves don't want you to be alone. It's not that necessarily, they just don't want to be alone themselves. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. If you're alone and you're at peace with being alone, you found a blessing. You found a blessing in this life. And, that's what I wanted to share tonight. Now we're going to all live feeds. And just remember in life, you can never make everyone happy. And that's okay. What you can do is work on your life, try to be as happy as possible. And that's it. If you enjoy these videos, I appreciate you giving the effort. It's free to click the thumbs up button, to share the video, and to leave a comment. Thank you. Mac J, I read all that. Good to see you, brother. Shelly. Hey, Shelly, how are you? Everyone is definitely going through something. Totally agree with that. And the holidays don't help. Yeah, think about that. Why don't the holidays help? The holidays are supposed to be a celebration of the most joyous time of the year. But what they do is they put a spotlight on who you are. The holidays put a spotlight on the fact that you've been neglecting getting in shape for the past 3 months, and now you have to buy a new black outfit to try to look skinny in front of a bunch of people that are popping pills just to be happy themselves. The holidays are the time where it puts a spotlight on you being around other people when you're going to get advice that you shouldn't be alone by someone who's been divorced twice. The time that's supposed to be the most joyous becomes the biggest phony show in the American culture. Now, there is a spirit out there, and I still believe in it. I'm not a Grinch. There's still a spirit out there that people are a little bit happier during the time this year, and there's some special stuff out there. Now, a lot of times I think people are just happier because it's like the first time all year that they have off several days in a row. That's the main reason. America's overworked. That's the truth. But America's also got a mental and emotional health crisis, in my opinion. I don't think people have come at peace with themselves. I don't. I don't think you necessarily have to be alone, but I think you get guilt tripped by other people who don't want to be alone, and you end up living a life that's not for you. You have to eat pasta, you have to eat sausage and peppers because someone else is destroying their health and has diabetes. You shouldn't have to do that. You should be able to go wherever you want or go nowhere you want. That's my opinion. Good job. Mac and J, laughing. Shade, laughing out loud. Not shade, just speaking my opinion, but love and respect to everyone. And got love. Joseph, 2018 was very hard for him. Challenges and some big changes in 2019. Need to get rid of my baggage. I hear you, Joseph. I've been reading all your comments that you've been leaving on my videos. Joseph is going through a contentious family conflict with regards to inheritance and money left and properties. He's got a bunch of properties, and they're all entangled with family members. Okay. You want to have a stressful life, get entangled with rental properties and family. It's a blessing to have any properties. It's a blessing to have any money in this world. But there is an entanglement that will totally hurt your quality of life. I believe you have to try to be as free as you can from stress, as you can. You cannot eliminate stress in this world. But I think the more entangled you get emotionally, financially, and everything else with other people and other things, I think the more stress you have, the less quality of life you have. And most people, I believe, they have a low quality of life with regards to stress and mental peace. And that's why I believe most people want you to come around them, especially during the holidays, because they're at such a bad, unhealthy space. If they're alone for the holidays, they're really in a dark space. What would happen if every day you had a mindset of living like every day was a holiday? Like every day was New Year's. Like every day you made resolutions and you meant it. And to see the passion that Joseph had about 2019, what if he had that passion for tomorrow, December 22nd, 2018? What if he got his life together on a Saturday, one of the last Saturdays of 2018? He may actually change his life. If he waits till 2019, I don't think he will. That's my opinion. I hope he does. I hope everyone does. That's not shade. That's how I feel. I love you, Joseph. I read your comment. That's how I feel. Now, I'm not talking directly to you necessarily. This is a mindset. This is a mindset. And that's how I feel. Mackle J laughing. Good. It's good to laugh. Mackle J, do you want to get more tattoos? No, I think I'm pretty much done. I may get a Florida tattoo at some point. We'll see. Antonio, hello. How are you? How are you? Thanks for your videos. Well, thank you for your viewership. It is true. Look, I mean, I could do videos, and I did videos for a while when not many people watched, but it helps to have people watch. And I'm thankful for the people that do watch. I'm thankful for the people that thumbs up. There's always going to be a couple that thumbs down. There's always going to be a couple negative because you're not for everyone. And you got to get, anytime you use your creativity, you have to understand that automatically guarantees critics. But the alternative to that is you live a non-creative life and you never share your art. You never share your gift. Now, if you want to do that, crawl under the blankets, get some greasy soup and watch the Hallmark Channel. But if you want to use your creativity, get comfortable with some critics. And acknowledge those who are a blessing to you. And I acknowledge all my viewers. I acknowledge all those who are positive. I try to read every comment, whether in a live feed or whether in my regular videos. I have over 1,000 videos, and Joseph left a lot of comments on them today, and I read just about all of them. And I appreciate him leaving a comment, and I thank him. Shelly. Well, I should say the holidays just make me sad. Family is so distant. And then she put in quotation, siblings. No one talks anymore. Everyone is in their own little world. Thank you for sharing that, Shelly. It's interesting. I mean, I really don't talk to my siblings either. I love them. I appreciate what they did for me in my life, but we don't have much in common as far as our lifestyle. Again, it's no shade. It's just a difference. And what I found is I am in a healthier place when I'm by myself versus being around them. It's no disrespect to them, I think, but this is an honest evaluation for me. And I don't know. Would it be nice to see siblings or see family members just once a year? I don't really think so. I think that's a falsehood. I think most people struggle emotionally and mentally, so don't take advice from most people. That's what I think. I think most people will go to Walgreens to get their prescription filled up this weekend, and they're going to give you advice on how to be happy. That's what I think. That's what I've seen in my life. I had to wake up one day and say, oh, shit, who the hell am I taking advice from? And then I had to be odd. But but it is a balance. I still fail, and I still need people to encourage me. So I'm not above anyone. It's a balance. I mean, it's just a balance. I love everyone who has ever done anything positive for me. And my family has. There's different people that my friends have. So it's a delicate balance of acknowledging that, look, certain people have been a blessing in my life, but I'm just at a grown point in my life where I'm better off by myself. I'm better off alone. And really the only person I make a priority to see on occasion is my mother. But even when we see each other, I talk to her every day. When I talk to her today, she said, Sam, whether you decide to come up here or not for the holidays, I'm in Florida, she's in New Jersey. She goes, every time we see each other and how we treat each other, every day's a holiday. And I go, Ma, I agree with you. So, I'm not sure what I'll do. I said, but I love you. And when, like when I spend time with her, it doesn't matter what time of the year, we treat that like a holiday. And that's how you should live your life. Every day I wake up, I ask myself, am I living my dream? If not, what do I need to do to accomplish it? Some days it takes all of my strength to just show up for my responsibilities. There's a lot of people that don't show up every day to their life for the work they need to do for their responsibilities, and they want to give you advice. They want to give you a thumbs down. Did you show up to your own life? Most people did. Love and respect. Queen, yes, thank you for the videos. I enjoy them, Queen. Thank you. I would like to give you a Santa Claus emoji. Good job. Mackle J. What keeps you motivated? That's a good question, brother. It's been getting harder to keep myself motivated. Definitely getting down to Florida was a huge driving force in my life once I hit middle age. I had enough of the cold winters. That was huge. And now that I'm here and I'm kind of settled in, I was thinking about that recently. The only thing that really motivates me is I would like to be independently wealthy at this point. I would love for my YouTube channel to be able to take off, to be self-sufficient, whether it's through monetized revenue, super chats, or whatever, just a combination of things that would give it a level of sustainability. That's a goal of mine. To be independently, and when I say wealthy, I'm not talking about like Donald Trump living in Mar-a-Lago wealthy. I don't want that type of like lifestyle. I mean being able to pay for all of my needs, food, car insurance, health insurance, driving around, gas, and put some in savings every month. That's wealthy for me, and having it consistent and sustainable. Now, I'm not able to do that through my own creative art, so I work a full-time job I have for 22 years. But that's a goal that still drives me. That motivates me. That does. Other than that, every day I just try to show up and just being around the beach motivates me. It does. That's why I moved to Florida. So every night, I fight a mental battle like, Sam, are you encouraged? What's going on? And as I walk by the beach, as I listen to music, I said, look, this is as good as it gets here. Let's be thankful. Let's keep walking. And I kind of like encourage myself in that mode because I've been in enough relationships. The relationships don't do it for me. They do not inspire me. They do not encourage me. I try to avoid most relationships. They're emotional entanglement for me. Again, this is my opinion based on my YouTube channel. Doesn't mean you have to, you can make a YouTube channel talking about you love being around relationships. I don't. I have people I know in Florida, people who invite me over. I love them. I appreciate it. I don't want to be around people. I'm very social too. It's a very odd thing. It's not that I'm an antisocial person. I'm very good with people. I'm very respectful. I understand how to listen. I just like being alone. I can't explain it. I was talking to a friend today in New Jersey. And he said, Sam, if you do decide to come back up to New Jersey to see your mom, make sure you call me. We'll hang out. We'll hang out with the... And I said, brother, you'll probably never see me another day again in your life. And he laughs when I tell him that. I said, you know me. I said, I like to be by myself. I said, I love you. You're a real guy. As far as like we're real cool friends. And he respects me. He respects the fact that he knows I like to be alone and he don't pressure me. And he goes, Sam, I know that. He goes, I just always like to put the invitation out there for you. And I appreciate that. And that's the type of friends I want. The older I get in life, there's one requirement that I have in all my relationships. People have to accept me for who I am, and I have to accept them. And if we can't, we're going our separate ways. Because that's the only way to live a good life, in my opinion, in my experience. Love and respect. Queen, I don't look forward to the holidays like I used to. Well, I think that's true. I think as you get older, there's less to look forward to. I think when you're a child, I think if you have children, you should celebrate it. You should make your holidays magical for your children. I'm very thankful I had some magical holidays. So again, this is for adults mainly. But I agree with you. I mean, look, you have less to look forward to, especially as your kids get older and you get older, but you make the most of each day. That's the answer to life. Maria, excuse me. Agree with you, Sam. Thank you, Maria. Love and respect. Drink some ice water. Stay hydrated. Shelly, I have come to the conclusion that I am not missing out on shit. Laugh out loud. I'm okay being alone. That's totally true. If you ever think you're missing out on something, once you start to hang out with friends or lovers, or you go back to a town that you once visited, and then you realize you are totally not inspired, you're going to realize you ain't missing shit. I've been there. I'm tough. I remember holidays were a lot more magical when I was younger. Well, definitely. Once I turned 14, the spark went out. Well, that's true, and that's not a bad thing, though, because when you were younger, everything is new. I think as you get older, there's less things that are new. And gifts and toys, they're a big deal. But you're also controlled by your parents. You're also at the beck and call of if Santa's going to bring you cold or not. So I actually look forward to being an adult, to being independent, and to being by myself. I mean, yes, when you're young, there's a level of magic as far as gifts and the holidays. But for the most part, as soon as I started to hit my teens, I was encouraged about not having to go to these phony ass get-togethers. I really was. I hated them. I hated them with a passion. I still do. But that's just me. But you can't, even when you're 15 or whatever, when you live in your parents' household or whatever, you don't call the shots. They do. And you're playing their game on how they want to do life. And they had to drag me to certain events, and I hated it. And I don't ever want to go back. I like being old. I like being independent. That's me. Some people may disagree. Queen, you have to be you. And if people don't like that, then it's their loss. Queen, all caps, amen, prayer emoji to you. Queen says you have to be you. And if people don't like it, It's their loss. Totally agree 100% emoji to you. I'm a traveling van gives me a smiley face, the sunset emoji, pineapple emoji. I love pineapple. What's one of my favorite fruits? The juicy, juicy pineapples in Florida. And a palm tree emoji. My fellow Floridian, I'm a traveling van. Don't disrespect him. Why? Because you disrespect yourself. Traveling van's a good guy. Maria. So am I, Shelly. I like being alone. And my birthday is on the 23rd. Oh, that must have been beat because then you missed out a little bit on extra gifts. Or you got a lot at once. Tara. Hey, Tara. I'm a loner too, Sammy. Of course, family has invited me to see them. But I just want to sit back by myself and save money. Eat the way I want. Tara, I'm with you. I totally hear that. And just keep doing you, Tara. You're a very intelligent woman. You get it. You get it. You're strong enough to be alone for a season of your life as you grow and as you reposition your life to live the life you want to live. I know you have. I could tell you have everything it takes to live the life you want. I believe in you. You just take it one step at a time, and if you fall, you get back up. But you're on the right path. Gleno, greetings from Fort Worth, Texas. Somebody give me a dog emoji. Why? Because Gleno's got a couple Shih Tzus, a couple different dogs. You know, I do when I see dogs walking on the beach. It makes me think of my dog sometimes. But would I get another dog ever? No. Just too much work. And it takes some of your independence away. And if you don't have a house and if you're not a homebody, it's not worth it. There was a season of my life I was a homebody, and after work, all I did was go home, and that was about it. I don't live that lifestyle anymore. And even with my pet squirrel hasn't been in the park for the past week. I've been a little lonely with that. I miss my pet squirrel. I like feeding him some peanuts. But I don't even want a pet as far as like one I have to take home at this point in my life. I'd rather be alone. It is true that pets alleviate some loneliness. Now, again, if you're going to be a homebody, if you're maybe at a certain stage of life where, you know, you're pretty much in your house or your apartment most of your days and most of the time during the day, then it may make sense. And if you have a yard or something like that, but definitely on the road, you could do it. But to me, it just not for me. So yeah, that's just my thoughts. I'm a travel van. Your opinion, quotation marks, is correct. No exes. Yeah, if they invite their ex to the holiday party, get the hell out of there. It's just tacky and disrespectful. I totally agree. It is definitely disrespectful if you're dating someone else and you invite your ex, whether it's your ex-husband or ex-wife or whatever. If you invite them to a holiday, that is so disrespectful, in my opinion. I don't even care if you have kids with them. In my opinion, but if you're dating someone and they do that, you either have to accept them or you have to leave. Because if they want to invite their ex, you shouldn't guilt trip them and not. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm not trying to be unfair. You cannot put your expectation on someone else. When someone else makes a decision that you don't agree with, you have a decision to make. And it's not to try to change them. Your decision, when someone does something you don't agree with, your decision is, do I accept them or do I have to get the hell out of here? Now, for me, I get the hell out of there. Why? Because I like being alone. You almost couldn't pay me to be in a relationship. Now, some of these real wealthy MILFs, could they pay me? Maybe. But they better super chat the shit out of this because I like to be alone. And sometimes there's not enough money to pay me to be around certain people. That's true. That's how I feel. I'm tough. One girl I dated still was involved with all her exes. Total disaster. On some level, total disaster. Still went to their parties, hung out with them for a couple. I've been there. So again, I can't be disingenuous. There was a season of my life I played that game. You go through different experiences in life and you have to figure out, is this the life you want? So there's nothing wrong with experiencing that, because sometimes you have to experience these things just to say, you know what, this ain't what I want. I'm better off alone. What's that saying? I could do bad all by myself, something like that. And you know, if you're at a party with like 3 of their exes, you ain't doing good. I don't know, unless that's what you want to do. God bless. Queen, total disaster inviting an ex. Somebody give me the explosion emoji with the bomb, because that's a disaster. K Ford, what's up, brother? I left Connecticut 20 years ago for a reason. There you go. Laugh out loud. Great decision. If you leave a house, a state, a town, if you leave an environment that doesn't inspire you, you will get homesick. You will. It happens. Then you'll go back and you'll realize you ain't missing shit. You ain't missing nothing. But you have to go through that. And I remember making that video going back up to New Jersey like a year or so ago, and I'll come back down here and go up there. And every time I go up there, I realize that, there ain't nothing for me here anymore. I ain't missing nothing. Like, again, I go there to visit my mom. I love that. I appreciate that. But there's a lot of people from other parts of the country that live in Florida. It's true. Very few are original Floridians. And many of them have actually told me the same thing. That when they go back to Ohio or Michigan or wherever they're from, it's nice to see family, but they don't miss the state at all. What's the number one reason people don't move? They don't want to move away from their family. That's the truth. The number one reason people don't move is they don't want to move away from their family. For me, I'd rather be alone and be where I want to be. Okay, Ford. Better to be alone than in bad company. Yeah, that's a scripture. I think it may even be in a couple different religious texts from different religions. But there's definitely a scripture in the Bible, and I think there's one in other faiths too that have that scripture that it says different things, but it basically says what you're saying. It's better to be alone than in bad company. So, okay, Ford, 100% emoji agree with you, brother. Joseph, Sam, not looking forward to the golden years. Retirement, not golden. No thanks. I totally agree. Your quality of life as far as physical goes downhill after 65 and maybe even after 60. Now, I know somebody was in here last night, may even been Joseph, that said there's people in their 70s still running marathons. Not many. There's more people that are 70 that spend the majority of their time indoors because they have bad knees and they have poor health than they do in the beach. That's the truth. That's what I see. Like I say, Michael Jordan got cut from his basketball team and he was the greatest basketball player ever. But I guarantee you the majority of people that got cut from their high school basketball team, they never went to the NBA. So there's a rule and there's an exception. Michael Jordan was the exception to the rule. People who are over 70 years old and very active, that's not the rule, that's the exception. There's a few people like that, but most aren't. So make a mental note, live with urgency. Shelly, your opinion is right on, Sam. Well, thank you. You never bring an ex to anything. Don't bring sand to the beach, and don't talk about your ex to your new girlfriend or boyfriend. So dumb for anyone to do that. Yeah, it's true. Some people like to get an emotional row out of you. There's people that come on this channel from time to time, and they try to emotionally bait me. I looked that up. It's another manipulator. A manipulator is someone who is emotionally abusive to you, because manipulation is abuse. And they emotionally bait you, whether it's through saying like a negative comment on your channel or whether it's through saying something about their ex to see if you're going to get jealous. Why would anyone want to make you jealous? There's scriptures even say jealousy is a sin. Huh. People will go to church and try to make their ex jealous. Total disgrace. Is jealousy cute? Well, I guess I used to like a little bit when my dog was only one me buyer. But that was cute. It made me laugh. But you know what I'm saying. It's a disaster out there, guys. Maria, yes, peer pressure is the beginning of the wrong decision. Totally agree. Maria, yes, correct. Guilt trip is a form of abuse. Totally agree. I'm a traveling man. I had Brussels sprouts. You love Brussels sprouts. I'm not mad at you. I had Brussels sprouts again for dinner. Hey, you could have worse. That's pretty good, brother. Seriously, I think I'm addicted to them. Not wrong with that, as long as they're not sauteed in too much butter. I season them different ways. No better, just a splash of olive oil. I'm not mad at you. And whatever seasoning I choose, I'm not mad at you. So good. Travel man, good job. I'm not mad at you. D, New Hampshire. What's the temperature in New Hampshire, D? Good to see you. Good to see you, D. I haven't seen D in a while. D was a viewer. She's been around for a while now on my channel. And she lives in New Hampshire. I believe, if I remember correct, she's renting an apartment from an older man. And she had a dream of getting in a van and getting out of there. Because I don't think she's inspired by New Hampshire. But there's an entanglement there. There's an emotional, from my opinion, my understanding, I could be wrong. There's an emotional entanglement with her landlord, a codependency. Every unhealthy relationship has one thing in common: codependency. Codependency is two people kind of resent each other, but they need each other to, or it takes two to tango. That's kind of what I'm saying. Now, I'm not trying to be negative towards D, but this is what comes to my mind. I'm just sharing free flow. I love you, D. And sometimes there was part of my life where I would see codependency, whether it was in my family or whether it was in other relationships, people inviting their ex. That's codependency. When your new lover invites their ex, what it is codependency on their ex for more emotional support. They want your emotional support and they want theirs. You're an emotional tampon. If you want to be an emotional tampon, then you go to the holiday party and let them invite their ex. Total disgrace. There's an emotional entanglement that's very hard to get out of. Anytime you allow someone, and not even in your life, but anytime that you like to be alone, but you allow someone to guilt trip you into being in an environment. If you like to be alone and you want friends and you have to clearly communicate. Look, I'm the type of person where we can be friends, but I do not like to socialize very often. And I want to be alone. I appreciate, and I tell a lot of my friends, I appreciate when you invite me to things, but just never take it personal. I'm not coming. Baby shower, I'm not coming. Funeral, definitely ain't coming. Wedding, not coming. Now, I went to a couple of them and I was very thankful for them. But I'm done. But that's just me. Some people live for that stuff. I don't. Josh. What's up, Josh? Part of me wants a relationship. Majority wants to be solitude. I've been there. You will have to experience both. All I can tell you is during your experience, don't overcommit emotionally or financially to any relationship. Because if you even have that thought, in my opinion, you have to live life for yourself. In my opinion, if you even have that thought, you want to be alone. Because there's a scripture that says that when you're basically married or when you're fully committed to someone, you are not independent of each other. When you get into a relationship, you lose a level of independence. You can't be in a relationship and have full independence. Impossible. Impossible. I need full independence. That's just how I am. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying this is who I am. You'll have to figure that out for yourself because everyone's different. But it's like, it reminds me of several times I've had friends or people I've known, and they come to me at some point and they say, Sam, I'm thinking about getting a divorce. What do you think? And I said, well, like I tell most people, look, do whatever you want. I said, but in my opinion, if someone asks me that question, I think they've already made up their own mind. You know, I think if you start to ask the question, should I get a divorce? In my opinion, I think you've answered your own question. So if you say to yourself, I don't know if I want to be in a relationship or if I want to be single, I think you've already answered your question. Because, that's like saying, I don't know if I want to be in New Jersey or Florida. I know I want to be in Florida. I know it. There's no question in my mind. I don't know. That's what comes to mind, though. Thank you for sharing that, Josh. Woohoo! North Korea wants more than U.S. Well, North Korea only has power because they're on the borderline of China. China gives North Korea their power. North Korea is smaller than one of our states in the United States. So North Korea is like this big. Their power is they are on the southern border of China. China is the only one that trades with them and gives them power. China is the real threat. China keeps North Korea propped up. So don't get it confused. Like when we beef with North Korea, it's nothing to do with North Korea. He's just a toy. It's all about the strategic. It's all about the strategic land that's on the borderline of China. Why do we have troops all over the world? To have strategic presence. If you don't have presence, you are going to eventually have a downfall. Like you your business, your presence left Michigan, you went to San Diego, and your business failed. When we start pulling troops out of different parts of the world, we lose our presence, and our global policy no longer has strength. You can't be in San Diego telling your workers what to do. Your presence isn't there. They don't care what you say. Your business falls apart. If you have to go into, if you have to go into a certain land, and if you don't have a presence on its borderlines, if you don't have, military bases and missiles and things set up, we got bin Laden because we had a military presence in Afghanistan, and we were able to put like helicopters that were like silent, like 2 helicopters, 20 guys, 2 dogs, and we were able to go into Pakistan and get the guy. If you didn't have a presence in there, you wouldn't have been able to do that. You ain't flying 2 helicopters from here to there. And that's why, so sometimes people ask, well, why is there a military presence throughout the countries? Because it's all about having a presence, having strategic placement of your troops. That's the truth. I can lie to you, that's the truth. So when you don't have that, other people fill that void. There's a void, there's a leadership vacuum. That's what they call it. And so that's all part of, a strategic mindset. Jelly, laughing out loud. I don't need no black outfit here. You know what I'm talking about. Lots of love and respect sent your way, Sam. Thank you. I appreciate you wholeheartedly. Yeah, thank you. Handshake emoji and then beautiful heart emoji. Right back to you. The love is reciprocated. Any healthy relationship is evenly yoked. If you're in a relationship where you send a 2-paragraph text to your lover to tell them happy holidays and how much you appreciate them, and you get a 1-letter reply, get the hell out of that relationship, because they're not a poor communicator. They just don't have the emotional investment in the relationship that you do. You're emotionally entangled, and they're just holding on to you for when their ex doesn't show them attention. Total disaster. Joseph, Sam, happy holidays. Same to you. Can I buy you a G-string underwear? Polka dots? No, thank you. I will watch some free porn, though, but thank you. Angelina. Hey, Sam. Hey, Angelina, the beautiful Angelina. Want to let you know that I appreciate you and your channel and your wisdom. Thank you. Much love and respect. We'll be alone for the holidays, but I prefer it. Angelina, I appreciate you. You've been around for a while. Thank you. Love you, too. Angelina just got out of a divorce last year. Last year was like a recovery year. Do I have to preach to Angelina about being alone? No, because she tried being with somebody and it was a disaster. Now, at times, she has a romantic heart. So I'm sure she watches Hallmark movies and she has maybe a desire to be in a relationship eventually. And maybe she should, because we're all different. I don't want to force my view on her. But if Angelina knows that, in my opinion, if she knows that 80% of the time she likes to be alone, but 20% of the time, mainly after she watches a romantic comedy, that she wants to be with somebody, what should she do? She should just let that 20% time pass and wake up tomorrow with a new heart, and she'll be fine. Because she's better off alone, in my opinion. In my opinion. If you like to be alone 80% of the time, there's no relationship, in my opinion, there's no relationship that's going to allow you 20% investment and get 100% return. I don't think it will. I've really been reflecting on entanglement. Life is such a, as you get older, life is so agonizing. Even when you're blessed, and I'm blessed. A lot of people out there, they got it bad. But I'm sharing my honest feelings here. Life, as you get older, there's a level of agony. And what I found for me is the more emotional entanglement, whether it's through even having a pet, whether having a relationship, the more emotional entanglement, the more agony in life. The more financial entanglement, even renting an apartment, even renting I could even rent a cheap, I was thinking about that the other day. I said, man, I could even rent a cheaper apartment probably than if I stayed at a campground all the time. But there's an entanglement, signing contracts, getting involved with, the campground. I go up there, I pay for a week, I pay for 2 days, And if I really don't like it, I'm just out of there. There's no commitment. Sometimes I am willing to pay more just to ensure I have freedom. Some people get a divorce and a financial loss and emotional loss. And they say, why'd you do that? They say, the money I lost was worth the peace I gained. That's what a lot of people say. And I believe it. And I think that's true. Some people say cheaper to keep her, or him, however you want to play it. But also, it may be cheaper to keep them, but you may do that at the expense of your peace. Is anything worth your peace? Oh, that's your decision. For me, my peace comes with majority solitude. And that's how I feel. I'm just self-expressing here. Brazilian. Hey, Sam. Can you give me some advice on what's the best food snack for me to eat? Because I'm trying not to make excuses and not eat junk, but I'm always on the road and don't have access to stove. Banana. Banana is the number one fruit that comes, and then either unsalted peanuts with a banana or the health bars. Go to Target and buy these health bars. Health Warrior bars, chia bars, 3 grams of sugar per bar, only 100 calories. Eat a banana in one of them and a cup of coffee and maybe some raw unsalted peanuts or something like that. You're good to go. And then just have one salad, one big meal at night, and tofu in your salad, red beans in your salad. That'll fill you up. And if you're in sweet potato pie, and not sweet potato pie, sweet potato, no pie, sweet potato, a baked sweet potato, no butter. You mix that in a salad with beans, onions, raw onions, avocado, whatever. Plant-based diet. Whatever you're going to do, plant-based, in my opinion. I lost 200 pounds. And what I can tell you is plant-based diet. What I can tell you, stop eating out. Stop eating out. Eating out is number one. Switch to whole grains, darker the bread. When you go to Publix or when you go to the sub shop, do not get white bread. It's refined flour that turns directly, it turns almost directly into sugar when it enters your digestive system. Eat whole grains, whole wheat. It has more fiber in it, which counteracts that process. Makes it more filling too. Instead of regular pasta, whole grain pasta. But I believe that bananas are a vegetarian or a plant-based diet's best friend. Bananas and health bars, or bananas and raw walnuts, and that's it. And then go for a walk. If you have the physical ability to walk, you should be getting up and walking every hour for at least 5 minutes. Every hour. And I can't even, like now I'm at a point in my life, I can't even sit for more than 45 minutes without getting like very anxious. I mean, my body aches to move. When you move and your blood gets flowing through your body and your vasculatory system starts to work, because when your body starts to pump blood, that delivers oxygen and nutrients to your cells, that bloodstream. And that's what keeps a healthy body and mind. Free to be me. Peace to the true road warrior. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and love and respect to the ultimate warrior. Thank you, brother. I'm a traveling man. I enjoy solitude, but I do have an active social life. I'm not mad at you. And a calendar. And then he says, I meet up with friends here and there, and we have days off, and we can plan things. I'm not mad at that. Good job, traveling man. Excuse me. I'm not mad at that, brother. I don't do that, but I'm not mad at that. A tag name I can't pronounce says, forgive me if I say the name wrong, from Tunisia with love. Love and respect to Tunisia. Love and respect, man. Thank you. I appreciate the love. Peace and love, man. What is the subject? The subject is alone for the holidays. So I don't know what the vibe is in Tunisia. I don't know if you guys celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or what the vibe is. I'm not sure. But any holiday, and I would say probably even more so in undeveloped countries, there is more of a gathering of people together during celebratory events. Why? Because in many undeveloped countries, when you don't have a level of financial dependence, you are dependent upon your family to survive. And that's why many other countries too, the family culture is a lot more enriched, but not necessarily because they're more righteous. It's because it's a survival tactic. It's a survival strategy. Just like it's a strategy to have military throughout the entire world to be number one. It's a strategic strategy to have your family members around you and to live around you when you do not have the financial means to live on your own. Because in many other countries, there's not Social Security. In many other countries, you can't just like go to Publix. In some countries, it's a struggle just to get clean water or the internet. So obviously, wherever you are, you have the internet. So you obviously you're in a developed part of the land. But you have to remember this. There's approximately 325 million people in the United States of America. There's 1.3 billion people in China. There's 1.3 billion people in India. There's 325 million people in the United States of America. United States of America is only about 5% of the world's population. There's a whole world out there, guys. And we're seeing it as we interconnect more, through social media and different things like that. But, it's eye-opening. I'm a traveling van. Being alone on the holidays. Yep. Queen. Greasy soup. Laugh out loud. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Queen. What's that, soup emoji? Good job, Queen. Good job. Queen's in the house. Queen's always good with the emojis. I like Queen. Queen's my favorite. Trying to work my laptop here. I'm just trying to see. Sorry, Gleno, you got filtered out. I'm going to go improve. Sometimes comments get filtered if they have a curse word, if they have like something insinuated. So I'm just trying to see if anybody got blocked and if I have to approve it if it wasn't something too crazy. I just seen Gleno says something, I approved it. Okay, so we're good. So if you ever write something, you don't see it pop up, there's a filter on there. So just rewrite it, try to clean it up. Queen, I love that magical Santa Claus and Mrs. Santa Claus emoji. Made me smile. If you can make someone smile, you're a blessing. And I appreciate Queen. She makes me smile with her emojis. Traveling man, sunglass face emoji, one of my favorite. You can't go wrong with that. Josh, I think too much wealth would get to my head. I'm not mad at that. For me, I'll take the wealth, brother. I think I can handle it. But thank you. I love you, brother. Good to laugh. A lot of stuff retracted. That's okay. Apathy. Hey, Sam. Good to see you. I hate the holidays, especially Christmas. It sucks when you have no family. Just trying to get through it. I understand. I hear you. No, I still like holidays. I mean, I definitely like having off of work. Again, I think America's a little bit overworked. But then, like, as I say that, I pause, right? Because I think if people had off too much, I mean, I'm a little bit of an oddball. But most people, I think if they had off too much, they would self-destruct. I've often seen that, like sometimes people have off vacation and they don't know, after like a couple of days, they don't know what to do to themselves. A lot of times people say, like, I took a 2-week vacation. It was a week too long. Some people need the structure. Idle time is the devil's playground. That's true. But I still embrace the magic. That's the holidays. But yeah, for me, the gatherings just don't do it for me. Nordic Creature's still out there. Good to see you, brother. Shout out to Miami. The rent's high as hell in Miami. That's where Nordic's at. He's renting an apartment. The rent's high. Nordic, Merry Christmas to you. Well, brother, same to you, my friend. God bless. Nordic, good to see you, man. I know you're still with me. Thank you. Queen. Phony get-togethers. Laugh out loud. Queen, you know what I'm talking about. Give me a Ghostbusters emojis. Maria, Sam, no extra gifts. I don't know what that means. I used to give gifts. I gave a lot of gifts in my lifetime, sometimes to impress people, but sometimes I always like to see people, I did like to give gifts. I did like the feeling of seeing someone happy and sometimes impressed. But I was watching something on YouTube today. It was like telling about the dynamic between a man and a woman and how it's almost like embedded during the courtship period of a relationship when a man is trying to get with a woman to give gifts. And I think that's a level of truth in there. But in my experience, make a mental note, any guys out there that are trying to get with girls, may your gifts always be small and very inexpensive, but thoughtful. Because in the end, you can give the best gifts in the world, but she will not be with you. She will be with the tall guy with the nice ass that doesn't give any gifts. And he's been divorced twice, but he's a little bit of a rebel and a poor communicator. You're pouring your heart out in 3 bullet point text messages, and you're giving great gifts, and you're still getting effed. And not literally, you're not getting any action, actually. The guy who's getting action is the tall guy with the nice ass who's been divorced, who isn't giving her any gifts. And eventually, she'll say to you, when I'm retired, I'll rent a house, I'll rent an apartment from you. So when I'm retired, we'll live together. She's basically saying when her body deteriorates and she's not physically attractive and she doesn't have the option to get with the guy with the tall ass, then she wants you. You're a backup plan, okay? Did you ever see J-Lo's movie Backup Plan? That's you on steroids. But actually, that was a hot guy. You're not even that guy. Total disaster. All right. Joseph, I live alone with my best friend. Cat Pistol. What? Best roommate. He's like a dog. That alerts me somewhat. I don't know what that means. I love you, brother. Queen, dog emoji. I like that emoji. Thank you, Queen. Tease up. Cats, what does that mean? Cats are better than dogs? I would respectfully disagree if that's what that means. Maria, I always get shorter ended on my December 23rd birthday. I can see that. You know, my heart does go out to people who have that birthday that's like caught in the middle of, I got to approve Hazard Weary because he got flagged for saying the ass comment. I approved that. Don't worry. But yeah, I mean, I would feel bad for a child that had a birthday right next to Christmas because, you know, I do believe, like, as much as I joke around, for children and for people who are young, I would definitely agree you make that time special for them. And you don't be a Grinch. Like, even when I had a dog, like, during the holidays, damn right that I bought extra toys and, like, I celebrated her birthday. So, like, I'm not a Grinch. I'm just saying at this season of my life, I don't want any of that. But, like, if you have, like, a pet, you should make Christmas special. Oh, and their dog birthday special. Leonardo, just started watching stuff. Thank you, brother. You showed my friend Charles, who's going to be living in his car soon, that there is hope. Well, Leonardo, I appreciate that comment, brother. Thumbs up to you, man. Thank you. Forgive me if I say the name wrong. I'm just going to say Romello. Romello, Merry Christmas. I love the name Romello. If I had a son, I was going to actually name my son Romello. Shout out to Sugar Hill. I don't know how many people out here have ever saw the movies from the early 90s called Sugar Hill with Wesley Snipes. His name was Romello. And once I heard that, I said, man, if I have a son, I'm going to name my son Romello. It was between that and Dante from Jodeci. I was going to either name my kid Dante if I had a son or Romello. Probably would have been Romello. Love, respect. Janice, I understand you. Thank you, Janice. I can't stand going to social events and having to do small talk. Yeah, small talk is talking about nothing, but I don't want to be negative. I don't want to be negative because I try to pull myself back. I mean, I think there's a lot of sincere, nice people that enjoy small talk, and I'm not against it. But for me, I'm just not. It's not my thing. Not my thing. That's all I want to say. I don't want to be disrespectful. I just want to say it's not my thing. That's all. And so, Janice, me and you on the same page. Apathy. Ever have moments, Sam, where you wish you were chilling with a cutie? Rich MILF at a Sade concert? Nah, because I've been there. I lived that life. So that's why, again, you got to understand, this comes from a guy who's 38 who lived a lot in his younger days. So I've lived that life, both with MILFs and with young girls. So I'm blessed and I'm thankful for that opportunity. But being that I've been through it and it didn't do it for me. It just all ends in a disaster. So now, you know, again, I see a woman once in a while. There's a lot of beautiful women down here in Florida. and I would love to tap that ass. But it all leads to nothing. It all leads to a love triangle. And the next thing you know, you're running out of the house. It's a disaster. So now what I do is I just make a mental note that girl's hot. And then at night when I watch free porn, I try to find a porn star that looks like her. And I masturbate to that. Now, that's honest. That's not disrespectful. I'm being very honest. I can lie to you and then commit adultery. But I don't commit adultery. I don't date people I marry. All I do is I satisfy myself privately. And that relieves sexual tension. And what you're going to find, most relationships are just sexual tension. That's all it is. Like I always say, if you ever question, should you text someone? In my opinion, what you should do is you should masturbate twice. And after you masturbate twice and you ejaculate, if you don't text them, then you should. But what you're going to find out is, I don't want to text them. All it was is sexual tension. Get the hell out of that thing. Queen, disaster emoji. Queen is good. Queen, when I become president, you are going to be in charge of emojis. I'm going to have a Twitter account when I'm president, and we're not going to do any words. It's just going to be just emojis, and you're going to be in charge of that. And don't worry, I'm going to pay you high six figures. Don't worry. And everyone's getting universal basic income, $2,000 a month. Apathy. Also, better to be alone than to be with someone who makes you feel alone. Totally agree with you on that. And I've totally been there. There's actually a scripture that basically says that. And apathy, I agree. Joseph, hydration break, guys. Love and respect. Take your time. There's people leaving wild emojis. I can't wait to get to those comments, but I want to read one at a time. I like emojis. Emojis make me smile. Joseph, I do not, all caps, enjoy Xmas. Okay. And every year seems to get tougher. I can understand. As you get older, life gets tougher. Mentally, definitely. And emotionally, too. I don't enjoy company. I'm not mad at that. It's an effort for me to hang out with family. I can understand that. I just want to get in my truck and keep driving. Joseph, I hear you, brother. Liquidate that property and get the hell out of there, brother. I'm not mad at you. Zakia, Alaska's in the house. Hey, Zakia. Today I bought an alcohol stove. What's that? After watching Bob Wells. Damn it. Bob Wells leading you astray. What the hell is Bob Wells teaching out there? What's an alcohol stove? Huh, damn, Bob Wells getting them all. I already have a very nice propane stove. Bob sells all, he overselling you. But I think alcohol will be safer. Fucking Bob. All right, let me shot. Well, Zakia, you know I'm a big supporter of yours. I love you. And I don't know what the hell an alcoholic stove is. I feel like Bob Wells led you astray. But it's not too much of a financial commitment that you can't get out of. How much? Hopefully it costs under $50. I love you, Zakia. I know, Sam, this doesn't quite fit. All right, I know. Thank God they got the petroleum dividend over there in Alaska where she can afford to buy an alcoholic stove. This doesn't quite fit into your extreme minimalist lifestyle. Well, all right. But I need to get my heat source, preferably in my area. All right. I don't know what an alcoholic stove is. I love you. I love you, Zakia. Zakia laughing. Yeah, you already know I was going to blow up on that. Somebody give me the red face guy emoji. Queen, give me like the guy who's all worked up and you get the red face. Give me that emoji. Good job. I'm a traveling man. I'm never really alone. There's always something with fur, fins, scales, or feathers. Oh, yeah. Florida's got wildlife. That's true. Good job, traveling man. Some just want bum crackers. Yep. They ain't getting my Brussels sprouts. I'm not mad at you. I do the same thing with the squirrel. I give him some peanuts, but I ain't going to give him a health bar. The traveling van, that's the thing I like about Florida, too. Wildlife everywhere. I like that. D, it's 61 degrees Fahrenheit, rainy in New Hampshire. That's not bad. Good job, D. Good to see you again, too, D. Gleno, comment skipped again. Oh, well. Gleno, no one puts Gleno in the corner. Remember that? Remember that movie, Dirty Dancing? Where Patrick Swayze, what was her name? What was the name of that girl? He said, nobody puts her in the corner. Well, damn it, no one puts Gleno in a blocked comment. Let's go see what Gleno said that got missed. Dang it, right? I see a bunch of stuff retracted, Gleno. Damn it. Who put Gleno in the corner? Gleno, I don't know, brother. I don't want to get lost in the sauce, but I want to let you know I see you, brother. You leave that comment again. We're going to get to it. Try not to curse in it or else it's going to filter you. Josh, taking the time to go out of my way to say something negative about someone. What does that say about them? Josh, you're a smart brother. I don't even need to tell you. You already answered your own question. Like if you ask me, Sam, do you think I should get a divorce? You don't need to ask me. You already answered your own question. So if you say, Sam, do you think I should be in a relationship? You don't need to ask me. You already answered your own question. If you say, Sam, do you think I should live out of your car? Sam, do you think I should live out of a car? You don't need to ask me. You just answered your own question. There's a scripture that says, good advice lies deep within your own heart. Those who are wise will pull it out. Good job. George, a lot of dookie underwear out there, Sam. You damn right. Traveling van, dookie emoji. Good job. Sam, for president, yes, peace, love, brother. Yes, George, I love you. And Traveling Van was right on it with the Dookie emoji. Good job. When Queen has to take a vacation, Traveling Van, you're going to be the next guy on Twitter because you're going to be the backup on doing a lot of emojis. But it's going to be mainly, I got to be careful with Traveling Van, though, represent me on Twitter because he may start a war. like 4-0, we're at war. And I'm like, Traveling Van, I want peace, brother. I'm a man of peace. And Traveling Van got us in war because he sent out crazy emojis because he got pissed off. Some troll got him all worked up. And he got like bullet emojis and gun emojis. And next thing I know, I got to calm everybody down. Like Traveling Van ain't mean it. That wasn't really what he meant because Traveling Van got a hot head. Don't push Traveling Van to the limit because you think he's a nice guy. All of a sudden, like, don't mess with Traveling Van. Rob. Sweet Vermouth thumbs. Sweet Vermouth numbs the pain of emotional entanglements. I don't know what that is. Yummy. I don't know what that is. Thank you, though, Rob. Gleno. Good night, y'all. See you next time, Gleno. I love you, brother. No one puts Gleno in the corner. Stay positive, brother. I'm with you. Good job. Traveling Van. Good night, Gleno. Yes, we love Gleno. Queen says good night. Then there's a sleep emoji. Queen, all. Joseph. Oh, Quinero. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I've heard of that. Is an organic plant. I've heard of that. You can cook it like making rice. Okay. Very simple. You probably cook it with that alcoholic stove, Zakia. It's all right. I love you. It's like making rice. Very simple to make. Also has the highest amount of protein from most of plants. See, you can get protein without eating meat. It's considered a superfood. Yes, this is considered a superfood. This chia bar, Health Warrior bar, it says no gluten, no GMO. It's a superfood, food that actually feeds you. No dairy, no soy, gluten-free. It says it's a superfood. You get protein, guys, and you don't need to eat meat. I like it. Good job. George, anybody that wants to bring their ex with them don't care about you. Well, I think George nailed it. Good job. 100% agree emoji. Joseph, I need that Vermouth. I never heard of that. Buy my family a bottle each for Xmas. I'm not mad at that. May, hey, May, Brooklyn's in the house. Hey, Sam. Peace and blessings. Peace emoji and love emoji back to you. Thank you, May. My second channel. That's an interesting channel. I like that profile. That's pretty wild. Hey, man, don't be that hard on yourself. Have a happy holiday. All right, that's love. Love isn't real. It is better to be alone than with fake-ass people. Well, brother, what is that magical emoji that you got in your profile picture? Is that like a blue ghost or alien? That's magical. Well, I don't know if it's demonic or magical, but it's pretty interesting. But I agree with you. Look, ain't nothing wrong with being alone. Love to you, my second channel, Joseph. Sam, you are wise and you keep it real. That's why I'm on your channel. Thanks, bro. Well, thank you, brother. Now, 5 days from now, you may hate me, but let us be thankful for the moment that you love me. Good job. Joseph, chia seeds are great. Yes. Protein superfood. Yes. You do not need protein. You do not need to eat meat to get protein. Totally agree. I'm a traveling man. Chia pet commercial. Traveling man. XX grunts. Do you gonna play Fortunate, my dude? Fortunate by I'm fortunate to have you, girl. What, by Maxwell? Fortunate? I'm so glad that you're in my world. Fortunate by Maxwell? Is that what you meant? I don't know what you meant. Good job. Mighty Mo. Hello, Sam. As a teacher, I am off of work for the next 16 days. Well, don't let Trump hear about that. You're a government worker. They may have to cut back on the thing. They got to build a wall. They got to get some money. Because of the winter holidays, I feel my soul's back. Yes, America's overworked. It will take me at least 5 days to recover. I ain't mad at that. Mighty Mo. Queen, give us the champagne pop emoji. Because Mighty Mo about to watch a lot of free porn for the next 16 days. Good job. Josh M. Haven't eaten out in over a year. Good job. I don't want people making my food out of my sight. Josh, you are a wise brother. Because let me tell you something. When people make food and your presence isn't there, deception. When you run a business from San Diego and your business is in Michigan, deception. When you don't have strategic troops around the world and your presence isn't there, that can end good. Good job. Out of sight, out of mind, as they say. Zakia, sweet potato pie is healthy food. I'm in. Yeah, Zakia, you're in timeout after that damn alcoholic stove. I love you. XX Crunch. Greets from Amsterdam? Well, somebody give me the blunt emoji because I think it's legal in Amsterdam to get lit. And I'm talking about with the ganja. Good job. Even though I don't smoke anymore. Zakia, potato, I got it. Mighty Mo. Always give you a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who has taken the time to give a thumbs up. If you haven't, I appreciate it if you do. Give the video a thumbs up and share it. Mighty Mo says, I always give you a thumbs up. Even there are a few disagreements. Well, I appreciate that. But you are authentic and honest. Well, praise the Lord. I love you. Thank you, Joseph. Sam, Irish moss is a seaweed. It is considered pure collagen. Isn't that plastic surgery? And has beneficial vitamins to balance the thyroid for obese people such as iodine. Estrogen is what causes imbalance in the thyroid. All right. I don't know if that's true, but sound pretty technical. Love and respect. Nikki. Hey, Sam. Peace emoji. Nikki. I like that emoji. I like purple. Purple's one of my favorite colors. King Genius. Polk County is in the house. Good job. Frown face? Guess I'm blocked? You're not blocked, brother. Did you say something sexual or cursing? Let me see if you got blocked. I'll go back. Nobody puts King Genius in the corner either. I don't see you blocked, brother. You're not blocked. You're here. I see you. Don't worry. We're going to read your comment right now, brother. Send 2 comments. Did not see them come in. If you ever do not see your comment come in, try to retype it and don't use any curse words or sexual stuff. And eventually I shall see it. And King James, you are seen and you are appreciated, brother. Mighty Mo. Totally agree. Many people don't know what to do when they have time off. I am like, you'll have invest my time on self-care. Yep. When in doubt, go for a walk, self-care. And especially being outdoors, nature, walking and hiking. Totally agree. And feed some wildlife. Just not enough to hurt them. Good job. XX. I'm from Amsterdam. Do you like the Netherlands? And then he gave like the smiley with the demonic 3 clowns. Man, that's demonic. But it may be not nice and fun. I don't know. Do I like the Netherlands? I don't know enough about it, but I love Florida. I'm not going back to Jersey. I damn sure ain't going to Netherlands. Not because I don't love Netherlands, but if I ain't going back to Jersey, I ain't going to the Netherlands. Love and respect to Amsterdam. Pop, hey. Hazard Wary. Hey, Hazard. Queen. Hello, Pop Music. Ricky. I jerk it 7 times a day. Well, it may be a little bit too much, but who am I to judge? 9 if you don't count ghost loads. Yeah, if you're doing it that many times, that may be a little bit unhealthy. But who am I to judge? But in my opinion, I think any more than 3 times, you got to go for a walk. If you got enough time to do it 9 times a day, you're definitely unemployed. And you ain't going for enough walks. But who am I to judge? I'm at least happy that you're not doing anything too crazy. Ricky, love and respect. John, hey Sam, just joining in now. Well, it's good to have you, brother. I'm doing good today. Well, when you can get a good day, you take it. And if you got a good day, I mean, after the 6th time of masturbating, I think you should get outside and go for a walk. But let's see what else is going on. I'm sure you are too. Well, I'm thankful. I got a long weekend. I love you. I love you, Ricky. Don't be mad. Queen, sunglass face emoji. Joseph, sharing my knowledge on the superfoods. Thank you. Xmas gift to all of you. Thank you. Happy holiday, folks. Yes. Good job, Joseph. Mr. 2 months full-time living in my minivan. So is traveling van. I definitely think, look, a minivan, I think, is better than an RV. Why? Because a minivan has all the room and comforts other than being able to fully stand up. You can pretty much set that thing up however you want. So minivan is definitely livable. And then he goes, it's the best thing is I can pick up and go. The freedom is really a pleasure. Your freedom and flexibility is your number 1 asset living mobile. Actually, you are in a better position than most of society. If you're really in financial trouble, you can get a job in any state in any time and you move like that. If you have to go visit a sick relative, you can go see them like that. If you have bad neighbors, you can move like that. Your freedom and your flexibility, living mobile, is your number 1 asset. And in the future, I think you're going to need that even more. Hazard Wary. I dated a girl one time and she said she was gay and I'm a girl. So then we dated and she cheated on me with another guy and said it was my fault for being boring. I'm like, what? Don't even question it. Just move on with your life, but it's very hard. But her loss, that's how you gotta look at it. Tara, bi girls are everywhere. Look, I don't know. I mean, the bottom line is if someone doesn't most relationships fail, just like most businesses fail, for a variety of reasons, whether it's because they're bi or whether it's because they don't like you or whatever. I've been rejected and I have rejected people. What I can tell you is most relationships fail. It doesn't matter what the circumstance. It doesn't matter if they're bi. I know a lot of people. I actually know a lot of girls that stopped dating guys either because of abuse or because of bad history. And then they started dating girls thinking like, all right, well, I'm going to switch to girls because they're better. And then they ended up in a disaster too. And then they really hated life because now they say guys ain't good, girls ain't good. What should I do? Everyone sucks. What should you do? Be alone. That's my opinion. Good job. Rick 8, all girls are bi. There's quite a few out there, but there's a variety of reasons. I think I just broke it down. Doesn't matter if they're not bi. At the end of the day, stay alone anyway, in my opinion. Ricky, it's disgusting. No, it's not disgusting. Everyone should do whatever they want as long as they're not hurting anyone. I say bring this girl home with you, honey. And every girl I ever dated said, okay. John, Ricky, John, 57 degrees here and why? That's not too bad. Ricky's laughing good. Ricky, the government shut down. Did it? Ricky, good news is they will fund HUD for Section 8 and illegal housing, but not pay disabled vets so they can pay rent. USA, USA, USA. Well, we print money. What we really did was we just gave corporations trillions. There's one major legislation that passed in the past 2 years with the majority of Republicans, House Senate, and the president, and it was corporate tax reform. It wasn't anything else. So if you're really pissed, then vote. And if you're voting and it still isn't changing, then guess who sends you to war? Who has sent you to war? Who have we gone to war under? What president sent us under war? On what terms? Was Muhammad Ali wrong for saying, I will not be a patriot and enlist in the army because I don't believe in this war and I don't believe the country is showing us equality? Muhammad Ali was crucified for not being a patriot. What's disgraceful is someone exercises their First Amendment constitutional right to protest. Yeah, we'll see. Good job, Queen. You're welcome. Thank you. This emoji, George. Sam, you're a politician, no singing player. Well, I can do both. Josh, need to stop by on these live chats more often. Well, Josh, good to have you. Good company, good to have you. Thanks, Sam and everyone. Love to you. Two froze on the go. I agree to attend family Christmas gatherings. Uglin will make an appearance and leave as soon as I can. Please don't understand that social anxiety is real. Oh, totally real. Good job, Two froze. I should feel bad for wanting to leave early. That's why I don't even go. You shouldn't feel bad for not going. Love to Two Frozen to go. I used to show up just to play the game of showing up. As soon as people show up to your house, they're trying to figure out how the hell can I get out of there. They don't really want to be with you. And you don't want to be with them. You want to go back to your house and watch free porn and masturbate 7 times like Ricky. And then talk about like the government's giving money to somebody else. He's masturbating 7 to 9 times a day. Praise the Lord. The professor, peace and love and positivity. Well, we need some of that. Good job, George. You're too funny, dude. Well, it's good to laugh. Laughter's good for the soul. Queen, I saw Sugar Hill movie. Yeah, that was good. Joseph, minivan, self-parking. I'm not mad at you. Joseph, self-parking anywhere like a regular car. I like that. Queen, okay, cool. Queen, I love you. Zakia. It's the weekend before the holidays. Not much work to do. I did buy some stuff for the van life, but because of you, I also threw a bunch of stuff out. Good job. But now you got to take care of an alcoholic stove. Zakia, don't put me in timeout. I'll never do that to you, Zakia. I love you. Joseph, I don't know what that says. Cardiac action. Oh, that's an RV. Van only. Yeah, you like the RVs. I'm not mad at you, though, brother. 17-inch, 6 inches. That's a small one. Europeans have better. The European RVs are small and sleek. There's a lot of them here in Florida in the winter. Well, like the overseas license plate. America's behind the 8 ball those. A lot of Japanese ones too are very nice and small. And then he gave the 65,000 for it. Yeah, we're at a pace. Queen gave the devil emoji. Huh. Resist the devil and he shall flee. Good job, Queen. No one puts baby in the corner. Yeah, that's what it was, Queen. Good job, John. I'm laughing at 7 out of 9 above. Yeah, it's a disaster. Good job, John. All right, guys, I gave it the best I got. And I'm thankful. Do the best you can in life. Embrace love. Embrace. Traveling Van says, mine is a Euro van. It was made in Europe. Traveling Van, you know how to get the good ones. Traveling Van got a very neat, nice van. Very neat. I like his van. And I'm thankful, guys. I mean, look, make the most of your day. Make the most of your weekend. Try to laugh more. You should try to laugh more. Have a good night, John. And don't be in a rush. Like, I'm not even in a rush to end this live feed right now. I'm just going to give a little bit of a spiel. Because, when you have pressure to go to work, when you're off for a few days, that's the blessing, is that you don't have to rush. And not having to rush is a level of lack of stress. And lack of stress makes for a little better quality of life. But if you put too much pressure to be around too many people, you're going to destroy your quality of life. When you're supposed to, during the holidays, you should do extra self-care. If you're really bored, go for a walk. If you're really bored, go for a walk to change your life. Even if you're in a cold climate, bundle up. It was 60 degrees here tonight in Florida. That's cold. Okay. Josh, we'll be buying a cargo van next year. That's a fact. The only thing you got to be mindful of with the cargo van, I like cargo vans, is there's no cross ventilation. There's no windows in a lot of the back that roll down in the back of those cargo vans. You're either going to have to get a roof vent. There's people that have a vent on their van and they got to pump up. Got to get airflow. A lot of cargo vans only have front windows and the air's got to get to the back of the van. Traveling Man. Have a good night, Sam. I love you, brother. And to all well. Full moon tonight, guys. Tonight's the Solace, I think they call it. It's the shortest day of the year. It's December 21st, 2018. Day of the year. The good news is every other day it will be more sunlight until this time next year. Another year is about to end. Time keeps ticking. We're all getting older. Just like you have a dog and you look one day and their whole face is gray. There'll be one day you'll look in the mirror and your face will be gray and get grayer, and then you're going to have less hair. You have less movement. You make the most of each day. You do the best you can. And don't keep relationships just to keep relationships. It's okay to be alone. Josh, not a cargo van. Josh, have a good night, Sam. Thank you. And that's it. I mean, you guys know I was ending up nice. You guys know